Hi, thank you for coming to another online yoga class. Really enjoying making these short little videos for you all to practice, and I'm loving getting the feedback as well. So if you practice this, please send me a message. I'd love to hear from you all, and so that I can keep making videos that you guys actually want to practice rather than what I'm feeling in that moment. So this is going to be a little snippet of my morning practice. So I'm going to call it wake up and flow probably. And but obviously this can be applied like throughout the day. Like if you're like me and you have a little bit of downtime where your body naturally feels sleepy, like you can use this practice afterwards to energize and get ready for the rest of your day. So no matter where you are in the day, this can be a really good practice for you. We're going to jump straight in and start in our child's pose. So to come into your child's pose, just arrive on your mat. You can spread the knees a little bit wide to allow space to fold forwards, and just allow yourself to walk all the way down until you can maybe relax the head and neck. And just taking a few moments here to really check in with your body. Checking in with your breath. Breathing through the nose if it's comfortable and available to you. Breathing nice and deep through the full capacity of your lungs. Just start to slow the breath down without forcing the breath. Just a few more rounds. To start our practice, we're really going to fire up and use that slow, steady breath to move us forwards. So from there, we're just going to think about walking the fingertips as far as we can forwards, placing the hands down on the mat. Good. And with our first slow, steady inhale, we're going to think about rising all the way up and shifting our weight forwards to a supported plank. You can adjust the knees if you need to. Thinking about tucking that tailbone, lifting that belly up towards the sky. Good. And slow, steady exhale, send it back towards your child's pose. Good. Inhale shifts you back to your supported plank. Nice and slow. Exhale shifts you back towards your child's pose. Inhale shifts you forwards, plank pose. Exhale shifts you back, child's pose. Good, last one. Inhale shifts you forwards, supported plank. Exhale shifts you back, child's pose. But from there, think about turning the toes, pressing through the hands and lifting the hips up and back as you arrive in your first downward facing dog. Take any movements that you need here. Really pressing the ground away and forwards with the hands. I'm really thinking about pressing the feet down and back through those balls of the feet, lifting those sitting bones up and back. Nice tall spine. Allowing your awareness to drop into the body and drop into the breath. And once again here, we're going to move dynamically with that breath, allowing that really slow, steady breath to guide our movements. So as you inhale, shift forwards to your plank pose, tucking the tailbone, drawing the navel up. Exhale, shifting yourself back, downward facing dog, sitting bones up and back. Inhale, shift forwards, plank pose, tailbone tucks, navel draws in. Exhale, shift it back, downward facing dog, pressing the ground away, tailbone lifts up and back. Inhale, plank pose, tuck the tailbone, navel draws in and up. Exhale, shift it back, downward facing dog, sitting bones up and back, pressing the ground away. Inhale, shift it forwards, plank pose. Exhale, shift it back, downward facing dog. Good. Next, inhale, lift that right leg up towards the sky, three-legged dog. Exhale, shift it forwards, three-legged plank. Shift it back, three-legged dog. And this time we're going to step that right leg forwards in between the hands. So if you need to drop the knees, pick up that foot and place it there. That's fine. Keep the left hand down, reach that right arm up towards the ceiling, breathing there. Exhale, when you're ready, release it down, step back to your downward facing dog. Taking a breath. Left leg is going to lift up, three-legged dog. Exhale, shift it forwards, three-legged plank. Shift it back, three-legged dog. And as you exhale, step that left leg forwards in between the hands. So if you need to drop the knees, pick it up, place it there, that's fine. Ground down through that right hand, reach that left arm up towards the ceiling in a nice easy twist. All of the parts of your body in contact with the mat. Think about pressing that ground away and lifting that chest towards the left. Good, release it down, step back, downward facing dog. One breath. And on your exhalation, look forward, start walking the feet towards the front of your mat. And on your inhalation, lift up halfway, Ardha Uttanasana. Good, nice broad collarbones. On your exhalation, fold it back down to your Uttanasana, your forward fold. Good, from there, take a breath. Root down, rise up as you inhale. Exhale, hands come through heart center. We're going to work through two lunge sun salutations, really get some energy moving through the body. Inhale, reach up, rise tall. Exhale, fold it forwards, bend the knees to hinge at those hips. Inhale, lengthen halfway. Exhale, hands come down, left leg steps back, drop that left knee, place the left hand down. Right arm reaches all the way up towards the sky. Take a breath. Exhale, release it down. Step to your plank pose. Knees can be up or knees can be down. Take a breath. And when you're ready, just roll it all the way down to the mat. Hands come alongside the body. Reach the fingers towards the toes. And as you inhale, lift the chest, lift the feet. Locust pose. 2 more breaths. See if you can lift from the back of the head, not the chin. Good. When you're ready, release it down and inhale into your downward facing dog. So you can lift up through a cobra and then to your downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg lifts, three-legged dog. Exhale, shift it forwards, three-legged plank. Inhale, shift it back, three-legged dog. And this time as you exhale, step that right leg forwards in between the hands. You can keep that back knee lifted and inhale, reach that right arm up towards the ceiling. Good, really anchoring down through that left hand and the 2 feet, spinning that chest towards the right. On your next exhale, release it down. Step to the front of the mat as you inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold it down. Good, root down, rise up as you inhale. Exhale, hands come through heart center. Exactly the same left side. Inhale, reach up, rise tall. Exhale, bend the knees to hinge as you fold forwards. Inhale, lengthen halfway. Exhale, hands come down, right leg steps back. Drop that right knee, place the right hand down and lift that left arm up towards the ceiling. Good, anchoring down and lifting that chest towards the left. Good, when you're ready, release it down. Step to your plank pose. Knees can be down, knees can be lifted wherever you are. Take a nice strong breath. And as you exhale, you can come down to the mat. You can roll it down or move through a chaturanga if that's what's available to you. Bring the arms alongside the body. Reach the fingers towards the toes and then inhale into your locust. Lifting the feet, lifting from that back of the head, keeping those collarbones nice and broad here. So try not to let the shoulders collapse down to the mat. Think about broadening them. Good, last breath. Release it down. Downward facing dog. Maybe you want to inhale, lift it up through a cobra, and then exhale to your downward facing dog. Good, take a breath. Inhale, left leg lifts, three-legged dog. Exhale, three-legged plank. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, step that left leg forwards in between the hands. Keep the right hand down, lift the left arm up towards the sky. Back knee is lifted. Breathing there. Good. When you're ready, release it down. Inhale, step to your halfway lift. Nice broad collarbones. Exhale to your fold. Good, root down, rise up as you inhale. Exhale, hands come through, heart center. Good, building on that. A few more poses coming in now. From there, we're going to inhale to our chair pose. So we're going to bend the knees, we're going to send the sitting bones back, and we're going to reach the arms up. Good, take a breath. Exhale, fold it down. Inhale, halfway lift. This time lift the left leg up and back behind you. And as you exhale, you can drop that left leg down, drop the left knee, drop the left hand. Inhale, right arm reaches up towards the ceiling. Good, this time ground down through the feet. Keep the legs as they are and see if you can start lifting the chest to come into your revolved low lunge. Good, arms reaching out wide. Take a breath. Exhale, release it down. Step to your plank pose. Take a breath. On your exhalation, you can lower down to the mat with some control, or you can roll down. Once again, locust. Fingers reaching towards the toes, collarbones broad, lifting the feet and lifting from the back of the head. 2 more breaths. Release it down. Find your way to down dog. Maybe you want to inhale, lift up cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Inhale, right leg lifts, three-legged dog. Exhale, three-legged plank. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, step the right leg forwards in between the hands. Keep the left hand down, keep the back leg lifted, and then reach that right arm up towards the sky. Good. Opening up that chest towards the right. Take a bend in that back leg. Really firm up the legs. Use the glutes. See if you can start lifting the chest and coming into your revolved high lunge. Arms out wide. Breathing there. When you're ready, keep the left arm where it is. Drop the right arm down and then reach it all the way forward, straightening that back leg, coming into an arrow lunge. Good, step that back leg in. Take a breath in your chair pose. Hands can come to heart center. And then from there, inhale, reach it all the way up. Exhale, hands come through, heart center. Same thing, left side. Inhale, reach up, rise tall. Exhale, fold it forwards, bending those knees to allow that hinge. Inhale, lengthen halfway. Maybe the fingertips stay down and maybe that right leg reaches up and back. And then from there, drop that right leg down. Drop that right knee. Drop that right hand. Inhale, left arm lifts up towards the ceiling. Easy twist. Opening up that chest to the left. Firm up those legs. And as you inhale, lift it up to a revolved low lunge. Good, take a breath. When you're ready, release the hands down. Step back to your plank pose. Knees can be down or knees can be lifted, but wherever you are, take a breath. And then lower down to the mat. Once again, locust, hands come alongside the body. Fingers towards the toes, lift the feet, lift from the back of the head. Collarbones stay broad. Breathing there. Release it down. Find your way to down dog. Maybe you want to inhale, lift up cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Inhale, left leg lifts, three-legged dog. Exhale to three-legged plank. Inhale to three-legged dog. Exhale, step that left foot forwards, in between the hands. Keep that right hand down. Lift that left arm up towards the ceiling, opening up that chest to the left. Take a bend in that back leg, but keep it lifted. Really firm down through those legs to firm up those glutes. And then from there, start lifting up that chest, coming into your revolved high lunge, reaching through those fingers. Good. From there, drop that left arm down, reach it all the way forwards, coming into your arrow lunge. Reaching through the fingers and through that back heel. And then when you're ready, step to your chair pose, bring the hands to heart center. And then from there, inhale, reach the arms all the way up. Exhale, back through heart center. Good. From there, step the feet out wide. Toes facing forwards. Good. So if your feet naturally point out further than the heels, just see if you can bring them into wherever's comfortable. Feet parallel, all 10 toes, long edge of the mat. From there, we're going to inhale, reach the arms up. And as we exhale, we're going to fold it forwards, keeping some activation through the back of those legs. Nice and slowly, all the way down to the mat. If the hands can't quite touch the floor, maybe you want to reach for a block or any prop that you've got at home. If you haven't got anything, you can use your legs. Relaxing the head and neck. Breathing there, keeping some energy going through those feet. So you're really pressing the feet down and lifting the sitting bones up. Maybe you feel the kneecaps lift up as you energize and activate the muscles in those legs from the feet all the way to the glutes. And then everything else relaxes down. Good. From there, walk the hands as far forward as you can. Again, if you need to bring them onto a block for extra height, please do. From there, we're going to take the left hand and we're going to grab hold of the right shin. From there, we're going to walk that right hand a little bit further forwards. We're going to try and keep the hips level as we just gently open up that chest towards the right. Good, so it's going to be really tempting here to drop that left hip to enable you to open up more. Try and keep that left hip a little bit lifted as you really bring that twist into that thoracic spine. Breathing there. Maybe you've created a bit more space and you can walk that right hand a little bit further forwards. And keeping that left hip slightly lifted, maybe you can breathe a little bit more deeply into the side body here. We're going to be here for a couple more breaths. Finding that balance in our practice between effort and ease. There should always be that ease where we can keep that breath flowing. Good. When you're ready, release that left hand. Walk it all the way forwards. Take a pause. Keeping those legs still a little bit active. When you're ready, you can pick up that right hand and take it to that left leg. Now here, once again, we're going to want to drop that right hip to twist forward. See if you can keep that right hip a little bit lifted as you really bring that twist all the way through the back. And breathing there, finding that balance between effort and ease. Keeping that breath nice and steady, nice and full. Good, last few breaths. If you've done what I've done, where you've dropped that right hip, see if you can keep it a little bit lifted. Good. When you're ready, release those hands down. Walk them back in. If you need to bring them back onto the legs or a prop, that's fine. Just take a pause wherever you are. And then from there, we're going to lift all the way up. So we're going to lift up halfway, hands to hips as we exhale. And as we inhale, we're going to lift up the rest of the way. Good. From there, This time we are going to take the heels in and the feet slightly wide. We're going to inhale, reach the arms up. And as we exhale, we're going to goddess pose the legs and cactus pose the arms. Good, breathing there. Think about opening up that chest. Good, sitting down nice and deep. Imagining that someone's come along and just placed their hands on the inner thighs and they're just gently pressing them back. You can even do that to yourself. It can feel really nice. Good, breathing there for a few more breaths. And then from there, we're going to just extend the arms out long. Good, breathing, sitting back nice and deep. And then from there, we're just going to look towards the right hand. And then look towards the left hand. Good, release it down, come back to standing. From there, we're going to heel toe the feet in. So they're just slightly wider than hip distance apart. We're going to bring the hands to heart center. We want the knees and the feet to stay in line with each other. So the knees and feet should follow the same line. Keep the inner arches switched on, inner arches lifting. Take an inhalation. And as we exhale, we're just going to start coming down towards our yogi squat. Good. Seeing if you can lower it all the way down. If you need to adjust yourself at any point, that's fine. Trying to keep those heels down, but only if we can do so with the inner arches lifting. If the inner arches start to collapse, then of course, lift up the knees to find your yoga squat. If that's really not comfortable for you, feel free to build a tower. Put as many props as you need to get where you want to be in the pose. Try and keep a little bit of activation in those legs. So even if you're sitting on a prop, you want to be pressing down. Good. Breathing there. Maybe if you've been there a little bit of time and you've created a bit more space in the hips, you can remove the block. Trying not to collapse those inner arches and still trying to keep the knees and the ankles in the same line. So if the feet are out wide, the knees aren't collapsing in. So just see how that feels in your body. A few more breaths here. If anyone wants to sort of open up the arms, feel free. Maybe you do the other side. And then from there, just release it down. Come down to seated. Bring the arms forwards. Sit up nice and tall. So notice how it's really tempting to round that spine and tuck that tailbone under here. But we almost want to create some length there. Growing tall out of the sitting bones as we reach the arms forwards. Take an inhale. And as you exhale, you can lean back slightly, keeping that nice tall spine and lift up those legs. If it's too much to lift up both legs, keep one leg down. I'll tell you when to swap. Good, if you've got one leg lifted, swap to the other side. If you're in, wherever you are in your boat pose, try lifting up that chest. Keep that lower back from tucking under. Good, really nice. From there, release it down. Roll all the way down to the mat. Heels roughly stacked underneath the knees. Sometimes it can feel nice. You should just about be able to touch the heels with your fingers, but that depends on your anatomy. I think I've got quite long arms because it doesn't quite match for me. So wherever you are, heels below the ankles. Press the feet into the mat and think about lifting the hips towards the ceiling, coming into your bridge pose. Pressing the feet down, lifting the hips, trying to lead from the hips and not the ribs. Trying to keep the neck neutral. Good, if it's comfortable, you can walk yourself up and interlace those hands underneath you, but keep pressing through that back of the body to lift the hips. Good. When you're ready, release it down. Bring the arms out wide. And from there, just bend the knees in towards your chest and gently rock from side to side. Maybe you allow the legs to fall all the way over to one side. If you can do that, keeping the shoulder blades on the mat, you might need to just adjust where the legs fall to allow that. Maybe you gaze to the opposite side to where the legs have gone. When you're ready, swap sides. So draw the knees through center, take the legs to the other side, look towards the left, or whichever side is opposite to where your legs have gone. Good. When you're ready, come back to your center and just allow yourself to find your Savasana. So maybe you extend the legs out long. Maybe you tuck the shoulder blades in so that you can allow the palms to face up towards the ceiling. If it's not comfortable for your lower back for any reason, place the feet on the mat and let the knees roll in together. Or take the last few moments in a comfortable seated position. And in your Savasana, you just want to let everything go. No longer placing any awareness on your body, your breath, your mind, or any external distractions. Everything almost fades away as you just allow yourself the space to step into your heart center and just be. It's really nice to have a nice long Savasana, even after a short practice. So if you've got time, please just stay here. Allow yourself as much time as you need. If you're ready to come out of your practice, or you've only got the allotted amount of time of this video, then whenever you're ready, just allow yourself to come up to a comfortable seated position. Taking a pause to practice gratitude for yourself, for your body, for your yoga practice that allows you this opportunity to move your body, to honor your body, but also to look inwards and connect with yourself. And when you're ready, you can blink the eyes open, arriving softly back in the room and carrying on with your day. If you're still laying down, just stay here for as long as you need and then follow those steps when you're ready.